So I've picked up the Sector Mechanicus Thermic Plasma Regulators. Let's open them up and have a look at what they've got inside. They're showing two large pieces of scenery with two platforms. So put the box lid to one side. We have two sprues. Both of these have got one small platform, the two parts of the regulator, and two walkway barriers. So I don't think anybody is going to buy these to just use on their own. They're going to be buying them to use with the existing Sector Mechanicus terrain, which is exactly what I'll be doing. They are 4-piece kits. They are not incredibly complicated to put together by the look of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate them from the sprue, clean the flash off, and then build them. So I'll be back in a second. I've cleaned all the pieces and separated them from the sprue. I'm about to assemble them using plastic cement. You can see the marks where they come off the sprue. To be fair, the pieces that take longest to clean up are actually these, not these. Missing from the instructions is what you do with these small pieces. However, all these side pieces have this, which I think is where these pop in, like so. So in a second, let's start using the plastic cement, which is of course the Tamiya cement you've seen in a bunch of other videos, and does very nicely putting these together. So we are going to use the brush to apply the cement to all the relevant pieces, particularly here where joins will be quite noticeable. And we then pop this together. So I'm holding it quite tight for about 30 seconds to bond the surfaces together. You might attach this with an elastic band around it and leave it for even longer. One. Again, the applicator brush. We go around the whole thing. Two. At this point, it's time to put these little pieces in. The little pipes need to go in the one set closer to the ground. And the big pipes need to go in the one not set so close to the ground. So you can tell the little pipes go in the one with the little lip at the bottom. Like so. So now we have the platforms, which should just go in like this, and you can see where it joins up against these pieces. So big bit of plastic glue. And you can hear it click into place. So again, I'm going to hold that for about 30 seconds, which of course I've cut from the video to keep runtime down and be less boring. And again, hold for 30 seconds, and again, it's been cut from the video. So, that's these assembled. You can put them side by side. Now they'll worry that isn't 100% straight enough. These pieces will clip on. I'm going to leave them separate though, because the main utility of these is putting them together with other pieces of terrain. So I've got the Shadow War Armageddon terrain, and I've got the Thermic Pipes terrain, so I'm going to join that with these to build a couple of nice little Mechanicum terrain pieces. So, my verdict on the kit: it goes together very easily. It is a nice kit, so I'm going to look and see if there's any really obvious joins that need going over with the liquid green stuff, which is why I got that out. And there are not, looking at it. So I'll give this area a little clean up, but the rest of the models seem absolutely fine. But again, I believe the strength of this is going to be combined with other terrain. So Games Workshop is selling this for £15 a box. I would much rather they bundled the pipes together with this and sold the pipes for about 30. I think the pipes add a lot to this set, and I think this set adds a lot to the pipes. But I'd much rather Games Workshop had just done some big 50 quid terrain sets instead of lots of smaller terrain sets. I can see why they've done it, but I would love it if they'd done a 50 quid starter terrain set with a bunch of different stuff in that a beginner can pick up, and then suddenly they've got 3 or 4 buildings on the table. As it is, I'll be mixing my Games Workshop stuff with other manufacturers to give me a very heavy set of terrain on my table. So, would I get it? I would not get this as a terrain piece on its own. I would only get this as part of a larger terrain purchase. For what it is, I think it's a little too pricey. I got mine with a reasonable discount. If it was part of a bundle, so a big box where you get the pipes and you get these and you get some Sector Mechanicus platform terrain to join them up, I probably wouldn't hesitate to buy it. On its own, get it if you're going to combine it with other things. Do not get it just to have as the one piece of terrain that you have, because it just isn't enough. Right. If you've liked this video, hit like or subscribe. If you've got a strong opinion, leave a comment below. Otherwise, good gaming.